Okay, die Minigames abgehakt, das ganze Zeug abgeholt, was wir soweit bekommen konnten. 1,5 Tage in-game gewartet. Und jetzt in die Wüste für die Story weiter. Ne? Auf dem Weg in die Wüste. Da wollten wir uns ja alle treffen, versammeln, whatever.
Light it up! Rev the engines!
Komm her, du. Fleisch. Nom nom. Die stehen da wirklich alle schon versammelt.
Looking at the map, we should be getting close.
Oh mein Gott. Wisst ihr, woran ich gerade denke bei der Szene? Moment. Oh, hoffentlich finde ich das jetzt. Kriege ich das als Bild? Ja. Disney, bitte. Verklagt mich nicht. Wie mache ich das jetzt? Das. Ich sehe das auch, ne? Eieiei.
Speaking of which, the closer we get, the more Paimon's heart feels like it's beating out of her chest. Excitement. Yeah, sure, that's it. Oh look, it's Tainari and the others. Everyone's here. Yeah, the desert's a pretty harsh environment. Better to travel at night and beat the heat.
Damit du abends bei minus 30 Grad erfrierst.
Hey everyone, we're here.
Ah, right on time. You don't need to worry about me. It's not too hot yet, and I'm properly hydrated.
All right, we're just waiting on the 2 people Miss Layla mentioned, and then we'll be set. He's staying behind. If we don't make it back after a certain time, he'll be in charge of rescue operations.
You can count on me.
Nice.
Oh, and Cyrus said he'll be in Aru Village, so he's also available if we need help.
Haha, amazing. Having people to watch our back is making Paimon a lot less nervous. Yeah, I did. After hearing about what happened, my advisor gave me some time off to rest. So, my studies are on hold for now. Then, does your advisor know you're back in the desert to investigate? Yes, but I was only allowed to come after I mentioned that General Mahamatra would... Quite the reputation you've got. Something wrong? You haven't said a word this whole time.
No. Being skilled with words also means being a good listener. I'm just reflecting on what you're saying.
Oh, Hatham! Kaveh!
Darn it. I was just setting up a brilliant...
Yeah. I'm sure you'll find another chance. The important thing is, our scribe and our renowned architect are here at last.
But wait, why am I renowned and not him? He's just as famous as Sino, Dia, or Nilu.
That just means your level of fame is even greater.
Lowly scribe? Please. All those strings you pulled to get those new books from the House of Dana? What do you call that?
Borrowing. Anyone with an employee ID can do it.
Uh-huh, yeah. The House of Dana bends over backwards for just anyone, does it?
Send a report to Lesser Lord Kusanali then. Let her know someone at the Academia is abusing their position.
Hey! I never said abuse it.
Oh, hello to you too, Marak. Well... So, I say we get this show on the road. No need. We're in this together, remember? Sure. This is the entrance, yeah?
Yes.
Perfect. Then, if we're all set, let's get moving.
Okay, Ruinenerkundung. Ja. Weil wir das noch nicht x-mal gemacht haben. Nun, könnt ihr euch was Neues einfallen lassen, bitte? Unbekannte Ruinen. Oh, es gibt Urgestein. Ja.
Paimon's mouth is full of sand! Ugh. So that's what falling into quicksand feels like?
If this was quicksand, we would have struggled to breathe. No. I think this was regular sand, and we didn't sink into it. We fell through it.
Agreed.
In other words, sounds like a you problem, Paimon.
Ha ha, very funny. No, wait, Paimon's the only one.
Ugh.
Ha! See?
What? I'm the only one with sand in my shoes? Yeah, right.
Aha. Doch ihre Katze. Aber war das bei Layla nicht eine andere, andersfarbige Katze? Also in der Nacht Layla in ihrer Geschichte sah die Katze doch anders aus.
Burn it down!
Whoa, there are monsters here? Sure didn't say anything about that.
Probably means he didn't run into any. Because we're just unlucky.
Not the best sign of what's to come.
It'll be fine. Let's just use up all our bad luck, and we'll be golden.
Aber wir suchen irgendwie eine Maschine, zu der die beiden gegangen sind.
Well, that goes without saying.
Fair point. There's just one problem, though. The only way forward is through that door.
Oh, is it time to hunt for a key? Paimon loves this part. Don't worry, with our adventuring experience.
Da hinten.
Marak, wait!
Er scannt da. Ah, hier ist doch schon irgendwie was.
Marak seems interested in these jars. Go smash them.
Ja.
Ah, well. Marak, this isn't really your old home, is it?
No idea what that means, but Marak does sound pretty happy.
So, mechanical life forms do have the capacity to miss home. A novel discovery.
Jack leading the way. We should be safe, right?
Sind das jetzt einfach so? Ach, da ist kein Schlüsselloch, wo man das reinstecken kann.
Good
Man.
thing you decided to join, Kaveh. Otherwise, our investigation would have ended at that door.
It was nothing that I did.
Hold on. At this rate, Paimon's gonna lose her title as best guy to a mechanical suitcase. Aw, thanks. Hey, wait.
Well, no weird mental symptoms so far. I'll take that as a win. That said...
There are 3 doors here.
So, we split up. No pun intended on that last part.
Yeah, that might be our best option.
Good idea. And the minute things go south...
Ooh, this is getting it. So, who's Paimon calls dibs on the traveler?
Well, this takes me back. Last time we were in the desert together, 2 of you came all the way out here to gang up on me.
Oh, sounds like someone's holding a grudge. Just what I like to hear. If you're still hung up on that last one, just name the time and place.
This
Kann nur eine
chamber is
Schlägerei
huge.
anfangen.
I can't even imagine what it's used for.
Oh,
What's wrong?
I seem to have stepped on some kind of stone slab.
Huh. There's a pattern on this, but it's hard to make out. Huh? Look! The shape seems to match.
Let's slot it in and see.
And we have a match. Looks like we need to find the other 3 broken slabs.
Let's search the area, but...
Ja, ich weiß nicht, wie die hier hochkommen sollte, aber ja.
Ouch, but watch out.
Wie die runterbekommen sollte, wenn das massiver Stein ist, aber... Ach komm, man darf nicht mal alle einsammeln, man muss die einzeln erst wieder dahin legen. Das ist schlimmer als ein Zelda.
Got the 3rd piece.
Hallo? Danke.
We just need one more.
Da, die Katze haben wir gesehen bei Layla.
Look! A cat! Could it be the same one Jer mentioned?
I don't think we need to worry about startling him.
Yeah. If anything, it seems like he wants us to follow.
Enshroud! Futile! Judgment is upon you!
Nehmen wir jetzt noch die Loot mit. Ich hasse es, wenn diese Dinge so verliesmäßig nicht zu klettern sind. Du kannst an den ganzen Farm-Dingern nicht rumklettern.
Oh, he led us to the last piece.
I never thought I'd hear you say something.
You've clearly never...
All right, well, that's that.
Behold, the great Vayu Viastra.
Be honest. You've been waiting to say that for...
Just activate the mechanism.
Yeah. Huh. It worked. It's a picture of...
3 Hermanubises?
That can't be right. The ears aren't vertical.
Oh, true. And the lugs fall short. My hat is much better looking.
A goat, an ibis, and a crocodile.
Oh, wow. Our botanist knows more than just plants.
Riveting observation. I was just thinking. These 3 figures look a lot like the 7 pillars of King Deshret.
That's right. These are our colleagues.
Our what now?
You sure about that?
Just kidding. But what I meant by that is these were Hermanubis' colleagues back then. The middle one is the Goat King Harashef, Minister of Ministers, the god Amun's most trusted chancellor. Records say he was the deputy king of the Desert Sands, chief among the 7 pillars.
Someone even more impressive than Hermanubis? I wonder if that ever got his goat. Sorry, couldn't. Wait, really?
This is Sobek, the Crocodile King, captain of captains. As the name suggests, he was a valiant commander and had dominion over all weapons of war. And finally, this is the Ibis King Thoth, scribe of scribes.
Your memory's pretty impressive. I bet you're almost as good as...
A scribe? Did he manage archives then?
Wait, that's all Alhaitham does? I never knew being an academia scribe was such a cushy job.
Well, that's how his friend put it, anyway.
Well, I don't know much about the academia. The temple's records say he represented the wisest aspects of King Deshret.
He must have been quite the impressive man.
Or creature, depending on how you look at it.
Still, why are these 3 the only ones represented here?
Maybe because the 3 of them were extra...
Huh. Kinda like us.
Oh yeah! Maybe we should have someone inscribe us on a commemorative stone slab too.
Or we could just take a picture. Anyway, no more distractions.
Huh. There is.
Looks like the Ibis King left you some homework.
Give me a sec. I'll try and translate it. The ministers are unvirtuous. The scribes unwise. The captains unworthy. My end is not humanity's end. Hereby bestow upon you all the far side of eternity. Wait, so they went to Aru?
It doesn't sound like it was their idea.
The far side of eternity is said to be the final land of dreams for all desert dwellers.
Yes, and based on the writing here, it's clear King Deshret wasn't pleased with these 3. This gift he bestowed upon them seems more like a punishment.
Which means the goat's the one who got in the end.
Huh. Yep.
What?
Well, looks like that's all we can learn here.
Yes, no time.
Okay. Ein bisschen Geschichte noch. Ist fast schon verziehen, dass es schon wieder ein unterirdischer Tempel ist. Aber nur fast. Wenn ich jetzt noch ein paar Kämpfe bekomme, okay.
Jeez, who knew a suitcase could be so fast? Marak is nothing like this when it comes to housework. Hey, wait up!
A scout's job is to take the lead. Just let Marak figure it out.
Easy for you to say. I'll be the one doing the repairs if something happens.
Why don't you go scout ahead then?
When I think of a comeback, I'll let you know.
No rush.
Oh, Marak stopped. What is it? Found something?
Looks like some...
Let's get it out then. Oh, it's a stone slab.
Let's take a...
Huh. Looks like this part of the picture goes over there.
Und schon ist es wieder schlecht geworden, weil wir jetzt nochmal das Gleiche machen müssen.
In that case, there...
All right, and let's look around.
I thought Marak was helping.
Oh, so you do know what that word means. Great. Are we supposed to just sit back while Marak does all the work?
No, I doubt you could do that.
Exactly.
But I can. See?
It's all coming back.
We could be more efficient, I agree. I'll work on this piece.
Hätten das nicht 3 verschiedene Aufgaben sein können? Ich gehe mit dem Koffer.
Found one. Good teamwork. Looks like we found them all. The pieces fit together like a glove. But we can't see what's on them.
Turn around.
Huh?
Look.
Oh, I've seen this before. Come on, let's... Hey!
Don't worry about me.
Oh, you don't want... Scanning. Done. Huh. That's one big cat. And there's a shattered crown. I think it's depicting some kind of story.
Look, there's writing too. The Ibis King answered the young noble, granting him the wisdom he sought. But the fragile crown was shattered by lies in the end. Here I leave the name, Gudars.
Gudars. I've seen that name in a history book before. He was a young noble who sought to save his realm, and a king who once united the desert.
That's right. Although his methods were during his long reign, he betrayed his family and the nobles who supported him, only realizing the error of his ways after his enemies left him nowhere to turn. But by then, it was...
Seems like a common occurrence across...
Different people, same mistakes.
The writing mentions the Ibis King, but a cat is depicted here. Does that mean...
So far, what's depicted on the slab seems true to history. In which case, this cat is either a proxy for the Ibis King or a manifestation of said king himself. Exaggeration is a common method ancient records use to highlight a being of higher status. And as we know, Layla and Jur both heard the sound of a cat while escaping the ruin.
You're saying the Ibis King, one of the legendary 7 pillars of King Deshret, is here, still helping those in need?
I'm saying we can't rule it out.
Wait, there it is! The cat! Ah! Marak went after him!
The cat's showing us the way forward. Come, let's follow.
Okay.
Okay, ja, das ist ja die Story von Nefa, ne? Mit dem Ibis King. Und der Katze. Und ihrem komischen Schachbrett.
Huh. The cat's gone.
Yes, but look where he led us.
Oh. Another slab. It looks similar to the last one. Oh, by all means, take your sweet time. Wouldn't want you to overexert yourself.
Danke, danke. Ich will mich auch nicht überarbeiten.
Huh. The scene depicted here...
Seems to be a different tale. The Ibis King answered the gin-blooded dancing girl, granting her the wisdom she sought. But enemies plotted to kill her close kin. Snake venom was her self-chosen end. Here I leave the name. miHoYo.
The Temptress of Woe?
You've heard of her?
Of course. I don't just sit around doodling all day. She's mentioned in tons of papers about the desert. As I recall, she was given as a gift to the tyrant king of Gurabad, and later seized the opportunity to kill him. After getting her vengeance, she reigned as queen for many years, until her enemies attempted a coup, and she took her own life.
That's more or less the version I've read as well. It seems this queen also had dealings with the Ibis King.
Yeah, I'm starting to find this whole granting wisdom business a bit concerning. I mean, considering how Gudars and miHoYo ended up, it might not have been a good thing. But, at the same time, if the cat guiding us is linked to the Ibis King, then he doesn't seem like a villain.
People are complicated. And the same is true of the servants of the gods. Let's reserve judgment for now, and keep moving.
Okay, nochmal Teamwechsel.
Oh, Paimon meant to ask earlier if you're... no, to be honest, nothing about this experience. Besides, my focus is the star. Guess that makes us the senior researchers. Wow, what a tall ceiling. Yeah, but for such a big place, it's so empty. Like no one sure must have been boring to live in ancient time. Now that you mention it, I've heard some people used to draw star maps on their vaulted ceilings. Some might even make them transparent to better observe the movement of the stars. It sounds so nice. Stargazing from the comfort of... wait a second. I think I see something up there. Huh? How is Paimon supposed to do that? Alright, sit tight, everyone!
Paimon macht mal was. Ja. Okay.
So, there's nothing super special up there. Just a cup and a whole bunch of dust, dirt, and sand. You really want to search through all that stuff? Well, when you put it that way, come on then. Let's see what we've got. Thanks.
Das lese ich nicht durch. Nein. Ah, das nehme ich mit. Die haben wir... Ist das hier mit drinne? Aha. Geht nicht.
I think that's everything. Most of the documents are in the ancient desert script. These seem old as well, but the handwriting makes them stand out. Right! Let's arrange them in chronological order.
Natürlich sind alle vier nix.
Okay, now let's take a look.
Das habe ich gerade gesagt.
Maybe this person fell in by accident, like Mr. Jurek. Yeah, maybe. But they don't sound super worried about their situation. So, either this person's an ace adventurer, like the Traveler, or some kind of... An optimist, huh? I wish I could be that sort of person. That's right! You're detailed and passionate. Great qualities for an adventuring buddy. This optimist seems super obsessed with exploring every corner of this place. That could have gotten them in big trouble for all we know. Well, I appreciate the compliment. It's almost magical how words like that can make you feel like you can do anything. I only wish that magic could last a little longer. Until I figure out my new study topic, at least. Oh, looks like you were spot on, Paim. See? Told ya! And all this talk about seniors and juniors, he was a student just like you? Whew, he sure talks a big talk for a student. Huh. What is it? Did Paimon say something wrong? No, I was just thinking. And this might sound rude, but the way this person speaks is... you notice too. I mean, it's good that he helped treat his companion's wound, but it didn't seem like it was out of kindness. More like he was looking out for his own self-interest. I don't know. Maybe I'm reading too... Yeah. If you're both in this dangerous situation together, wouldn't you mention them at least once? If it were Paimon, she would write down the name of every single person she was with. No one would be able to get away. Actually, I find Paimon's approach quite sensible. It makes sense from a safety perspective, too. That way, if anyone came to the rescue, the notes would be able to tell them everything they needed to know. Whoa! That's genius-level thinking! Well, I learned that from Madame Fire. Oh, no! I'm just a student. It's fine. You taught us something, so you're our teacher. Simple as that. Anyway, from the looks of things, the student who left these notes behind was pretty weird. Let's keep Whoa! Hang on! That's a lot of information. Paimon, the Ibis King. So, did this person actually meet the Ibis King here? Sorry. Who? Jeez, not again. Stop teasing her, Traveler. You know she was asking about Nefer. Anyway, Nefer's, a friend of ours. And she's mentioned the Ibis King before, but not in much detail. Oh, I see. Well, that's not too surprising. Most people in Sumeru know about King Deshret, and most in the academia have at least some knowledge on the 7 pillars. Legend has it, King Deshret ruled the desert at the head of several wise retainers, guiding their people to pursue the limits of wisdom. He also left behind treasures for future generations, which continue to be relevant in nearly every research discipline. Now, this message indicates this student and his senior were rescued by the Ibis King. But to think it's possible to meet him in a place like... We don't know when these notes were written, but didn't the 7 pillars disappear a long time ago? Yeah! The notes made it sound like his powers were restricted. Also, the mention of this form? What is that supposed to mean? I'm not sure. Oh! This is the last page. There's... well, sounds like they made it out. Guess it was a happy ending after all. Wait. But it says... the Ibis King cannot be... Huh. Our friend said something similar. That the Ibis King was a liar. And the notes did make it seem like something wasn't quite right with him. Maybe he wasn't one of the 7 pillars at all, but some kind of con artist.
Ja, wir wissen ja von Nefer, dass der Ibis King ja nur Gutes tun will, damit er seiner Strafe entgeht. Und dass er deshalb ja Nefer geholfen hat und ihr dieses Schachspiel da gegeben hat.
Great, Ibis King! If you heard that, Paimon... I think Paimon raises a good point. Let's... alright. Oh! It's...
Hello? Anyone up there?
Yeah, we can!
You know, sound travels just fine in an empty chamber like this. You don't have to shout. Of course, if you're shouting to express your excitement at being reunited, by all means.
Yelling like this is kinda exhausting.
Wow, we all ended up in the same place, huh?
Yeah, what a coincidence.
Indeed.
Kein Witz? Wir warten alle auf den Witz. Jetzt mach.
No reply?
Just say it.
All right. Because it's spiced to sweet brew again.
Oh, hey, that's a new version.
Wait, what? You've never heard that one?
What are you looking for?
A place to sit and read my book.
Oh, great.
Well, Looks like everyone made it through, and let's take this chance to get some water, rest a bit, and...
Yeah, let's debrief.
Okay, so we all learned a lot, but
Yeah, but one thing's for sure. This place is tied to the Ibis King in some... Hey, Sino. You're the current representative of Hermanubis. Can you call him up for a sec?
Of course. Just let me sense his presence. Just kidding. I can't sense him at all.
Jeez, Sethos. Did you set him up for that one?
Sorry, Hermanubis isn't like the Ibis King. He can possess me, but I can't talk to him whenever I want.
Oh, truly? Does that mean he's gone? Oh, I would have liked to reminisce about old times.
The cat! It...
Of course it speaks. In fact, it is not an it at all. You do me a great offense.
My apologies. Esteemed cat...
Oh, this little contraption is still here.
Contraption? No,
Which means you do his assistant a great offense.
Huh? Well, I didn't mean... Well, I wasn't referring to this Marak, but rather the thing that operates it. King Deshret was quite partial to it. I have forgotten what it was called. It must have had an official name, albeit in the old tongue. Even if I did remember, I would need to translate it into modern language. Ah, it's not important. Marak's a fine name. Even better than the original, if you ask me. Who thought of it? And the remodeling, quite well done indeed. This Marak looks much happier in its current form. Oh, and the components should have model numbers written on them. You can look them up if you're curious.
This cat talk.
Quite the one side.
Is this what...
He seems quite eloquent.
Ha! I knew Marak was a great name.
Let's see, what page was I on?
That all went over Paimon.
Hello indeed. For you to know my name. Yes, I was not mistaken. You are special among your companions. But you are all guests. It is only proper to invite you in. Come then, this way.
Oh nein. Das Katzenimperium ist hier.
Welcome to my humble abode.
Oh, your house.
I fear it's not quite what it used to be. In fact, it has long ceased to be my home at all. It belongs to the descendants of the cats I once raised. Such adorable creatures, aren't they? Take the one I'm borrowing here, for instance. A chubby fellow with such lovely fur. Anyway, tradition dictates that a special guest such as yourself be presented with a... Alas, it's a first-come, first-served basis, you see.
What? So the treasure's gone already?
Treasure, you say? Not an Yes, I have the power to grant gifts inaccessible to the masses. The only requirement is answering a question. Not a Of course, my questions were given unto me by King Deshret, who in turn received them from the Mistress of Flowers. There are 3, and no more. What causes our rise and fall? What determines truth?
The more he talks, the less...
I see. That must mean Gudars and miHoYo managed to answer 2 of the 3.
Another who understands.
Oh, so that's the event those 2 slabs are depicting.
Ah, priests and their records. A singular obsession, and quite boring too. After being imprisoned within Aru, I could, on occasion, take the form of a cat to converse with those around me. But I despised speaking to them. No conversational skills whatsoever. Now, humans like you who...
Hold on! We're getting off topic again. The 3 questions you just mentioned? What are they?
Ah, that is a story that begins...
And we're in for another.
Nostalgia for the past is... And our king, he was such a proud, solemn man in those days. He watched us speak of the present and the future, of the wisdom we possessed, or were about to obtain. We were his proud retainers, confident in our belief that, so long as each one of us used our abilities to the fullest, progress was inevitable. Yet, King Deshret's ambition was not destined to be allowed in a closed-off world such as this. So nothing went as planned. In fact, from the beginning, there were signs an outcome of this nature was inevitable. Because although there were 7 pillars, one was forever absent. Al-Ahmar would insist the Dendro Dragon Sovereign was one of us. But the dragon herself rejected that idea.
Huh. Like a card you can never seem to draw from your deck.
More like a card that was never in the deck to begin with.
Alas, that's just who Al-Ahmar was. There was nothing we could do about that. And I always preferred chess to cards. In the end, life grew unbearable for our king. But, of course, those who remain must continue to live on. But subjects like us were less fortunate. After all, the fate of a retainer is decided by the king, including the chance to walk away. So it was then that King Deshret had Kroko, Goti, and I locked up within Aru, where we remain to...
Krako.
Of course. You're more familiar with their full names. Sobek, the Crocodile King, and Hereshef, the Goat King. And let me tell you, when it comes to chess, Hereshef was a habitual backseat strategist, always spewing nonsense from the sidelines. Well, Sobek was all too quick to take his terrible advice, to the point where I was the one who got accused of cheating. Chess is an exercise in patience, and that man couldn't sit still to save his life. He could never excel at that. In fact, neither of them were good at chess. Even so, we played together often. And since I was always the winner, we got along quite... What are you laughing at?
No one's laughing.
No, not you. It's Goti. He's laughing for no reason again. Ah, right. Of course you can't. The 2 of them are inside Aru, as am I, so only I can hear them.
What is even going on? Has he, started to lose it after being trapped for something?
That does happen to prisoners serving life sentences.
Speaking of which, how's Azar doing these days?
I doubt he's doing much of it.
Just what I wanted to hear.
What is the meaning of this? You doubt my words? I have half a mind to...
Oh, no. They're not questioning you, Lord Ibis King. Just discussing...
In that...
Getting to the part about the 3...
Ah, yes. We're almost... Before I entered Aru, King Deshret said I could be released from my eternal seal if I chose humans who could provide the correct answers to those 3. The first person who caught my eye was Gudars. I asked him, what causes our rise and fall? He answered, conspiracy and betrayal. I found his answer quite interesting. So I bestowed upon him the power to deceive. The second human I chose was Makaira. I asked her, what obliterates love and hate? She said unto me, I have nothing left to lose. I found this to be another fascinating response. So I granted her the power to be loved.
But both of them ended up...
Now then, young one, riddle me this. Did their answers point to this fate? Or was it the power I bestowed upon them that
I'm just an observer who doesn't understand their
A clever reply? I do not wish to comment either. It is all in the past at this point. My only wish was for their answers to be acknowledged by King Deshret's rules, and bring me one step closer to freedom. As for the final person, Her fate remains to be seen, so I will not reveal her name. I asked her, what determines truth and falsehood? And found her answer quite compelling, so I bestowed upon... As you can see, however, I have not been freed, so it's clear the answer she gave at that time was... But, alas, 3 people were chosen, and 3 questions were asked. So now, wait until her wisdom is in line with the rules set forth by my king.
No wonder there was no 3rd stone slab then. Or perhaps you're just not ready to include her in the story. Though, that might be a generous interpretation.
Well, it's not merely because her story remains unfinished. As the remaining priests of this place left, or passed on, there were none left to record the events that followed. Besides, stone slabs are few and far between in the Great Red Sands. In the sprawling desert, very few things or people even manage to leave a trace. But sometimes I can't help but wonder, if that young man from several centuries ago had been willing to answer my question, would I have left our...
Wait, so there was someone else?
Of course, it has been thousands of years after all. All sorts of people have stumbled upon this place, but that young man had such a singular intelligence, though his companion, by contrast, was rather average.
The author of those notes we found?
Ah, yes, I think that was his name. In truth, I was unsure whether I should grant him my 3rd remaining gift. He was, of course, exceedingly clever, but he was also mistrustful and narcissistic in equal measure, and there did not seem to be a line he was unwilling to cross. Too much power could be dangerous in the hands of someone like him.
Oh, he turned you down?
Yes, he said he didn't need it. I still remember the look in his eyes. Nothing stood out per se, and still I could sense contempt and disdain. I could not give an exact reason, but on instinct I just knew. It would not end well to... So? Stick close to your companion, I said. Only the descendants of Tulatula can come and go as they please. Leave him behind, and there is no escape for you.
So, does that mean his companion wasn't a descendant?
Oh no, that part was true. The lie was in the other half. Anyone can enter or exit this place. There are no restrictions. I saw that his companion was exhausted and was concerned Zandik might leave him behind, or worse, that some other accident might befall him. So I made up an excuse to prevent Zandik from going a step too far. Oh, and speaking of, Zandik's companion had the same blue hair and pointed ears as you.
Wait, does that mean...
Indeed. When Hermanubis founded that city, he took in many who had nowhere else to go. Today their progeny are scattered to the 4 winds, and indeed are far more numerous than I could have imagined.
So the person you protected could have been my ancestor.
Yes, yes. You're very welcome for that.
Could I ask another...
Of course. I have nothing but...
Did you also save me and a man named Jur?
I did. You two were quite unlucky bumping into a device King Deshret once used to measure human brain power. That contact caused more knowledge than you could handle to flood into your minds. So I replaced that knowledge with simpler, repetitive information. Of course, the side effect being the same thought repeating over and over again in your mind, but that should resolve itself in...
How many moons are...
Yes, that was the phrase I used in your head. I forgot the other one, though. I believe both were spur-of-the-moment decisions, so... As I said, young one, you are most welcome. If you're inclined to return the favor, perhaps you could turn off that device so no one else can trigger it? There's only so much a cat's paw can do, so I'm afraid this is some... Oh, splendid! Another... Such is the fate of things here. Day by day, for that reason, the gifts of bygone eras, be they tied to your blood or technological in nature, are not to be revered. They are tools, nothing more. Disrespectful? I simply make the most of what I have.
Oh, are you talking to the Goat King again?
No, no. Crocky's pestering me for another game of chess. Says he wants to even the score. Wishful thinking, if you ask me. If we counted one push-up for every loss, he'd owe me 300,000 by now. Of course, that's just a rough estimate.
It appears that's something you like. Being someone unable to be defeated.
I suppose so. All right then. Time for me to extend my winning streak, and for you all to head home. In truth, deep down, I know even the answers to those 3 questions will, but that is for me to
Ja. Belohnung.
Excuse me. Do you even know what time it is? I've harvested 3 crops of tomatoes.
You're exaggerating, Professor.
I'm making a point.
Sincerest apologies for keeping you.
See, that's what I call manners.
Nope. It went way smoother than we expected.
I presume the investigation is complete then. Oh my, did you look? If you've read the work from the Vahumana Dashan, you would know that the Ibis King is, well, let's call it him. Perhaps he softened up a bit in his old age, and that's why he chose to help you.
Or perhaps he just didn't have a good enough reason not to help us. See? Marak agrees.
How do you even know that's what Marak meant?
In any case, there's a lot to be happy about. We figured out what happened to Layla and Jer, and there were some unexpected takeaways too.
Yeah, I never expected to learn about my ancestry. I've always thought of myself as just an ordinary student. I never would have even considered something like that could be true.
Come to think of it, our ancestors might even have been friends at some point.
Huh? You're right. Maybe I should take a trip back home to see if I can find any
Oh, I was just throwing that out there. I would...
It's fine. My advisor gave me a break and... Oh, wait. My study topic. I haven't made any progress. Right.
Couldn't you help her, Professor?
Huh? No.
Me, you say? I'm from the Spatamar Darshan, and I don't think that Nephis or Zahahadi researched the stars. All I have to offer are my homegrown tomato. Although I suppose it's not impossible. I can ask if...
You really don't have to.
Hardly.
Thank you.
Of course. Now it's getting late. Some say desert nights are the sun taking mercy on us after the heat of the day. So, let's leave while she still feels merciful.
Mit dem Wirbelsturm daneben. Cool. Okay. Damit sind wir fertig. Also mehr scheint jetzt da storymäßig nicht zu kommen. Ne, dann könnte man halt in 1,5 Tagen nochmal dann die letzten Event-Dinger machen, damit man noch die hier die Krone der Weisheit bekommt für die Skills zum Aufwerten. Ansonsten Collie haben wir bekommen im vorherigen Video ja schon. Ne, man kann nicht nochmal rein. Schade. Ich habe gedacht, das würden die da jetzt lassen oder so, aber ne. Ist weg. Okay, dann sind wir mit dem Event soweit durch. Das letzte, die letzten Event-Minigames werden wir jetzt nicht mehr machen. Also in 1,5 Tagen nicht mehr machen. Es kann sein, dass nochmal so eine Endquest kommt in 1,5 Tagen. Also so, na, die mit Collei, Amber und Farusan, wo dann nochmal kurz gesprochen wird, als so ein Abschlussding, aber das werden wir auch nicht. Es wird dann nur so ganz kurz irgendwie was sein. Nächste Charakter ist auch nur ein alter Charakter, also da braucht man auch nicht unbedingt noch was wieder zu zeigen. Und die nächsten Events dauern dann noch eine Woche oder so, bis die nächsten Events dann anfangen. Also da haben wir jetzt noch mindestens eine Woche Zeit, bevor wir irgendwie ein neues Video bringen. Bis dahin, ciao Leute.